In light of the massacre at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, George Clooney has ramped up his anti-gun rhetoric. Just one inconvenient truth, however. Why is it that Clooney and so many other Hollywood celebrities say they hate guns, but they're only too happy to take on roles in films that glorify guns? So A-lister George Clooney made headlines the other day when he announced he's donating $500,000 to the upcoming student anti-gun protest in Washington called the March for Our Lives. Clooney is part of the Hollywood elite that professes to hate guns and gun culture. Yet, is it just me, or is it somewhat hypocritical that Clooney and his ilk will routinely accept lucrative roles in films that, well, dine out on guns? Have you ever checked Clooney's filmography? It's chock full of films that feature gunplay. Perhaps because without a gun scene or two, the film might be just too boring to sit through. Indeed, check out the anti-gun crusader Clooney starring in The American. Now that's a serious firearm. Then there's Monuments Men, Ocean's 11, From Dusk Till Dawn, Three Kings, heck, even Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. Guns galore. The point is, if Clooney is so anti-gun, why doesn't he put his money where his mouth is when it comes to telling filmmakers that he will not appear in movies that glorify guns? Well, maybe it's because Clooney doesn't want to be reduced to being the romantic lead in a never-ending litany of vacuous chick flicks. And it's not just Clooney. The National Rifle Association publishes a list of Hollywood talent that are anti-gunners, actors and actresses who proclaim they're anti-gun yet continue to star in films in which guns play an integral role in advancing the plot. Some of the anti-gun celebs include Steve Buscemi, oh, that's gotta hurt. And then there's Sean Connery. Hey, how many times have we seen this opening sequence for a Bond film? Gracious, even Sigourney Weaver, who stars in my all-time favorite sci-fi action film, Aliens. Yes, even Sigourney is an anti-gun crusader.
Hey, Palm. Look. We can't have any firing in there. I want you to collect magazines from everybody.
Crazy? What the hell are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language?
Flame units only.
By the way, fans of that film know all too well the tragic fate that befell those colonial marines at the jaws of the xenomorphs once the good guys holstered their firearms. But I digress. In the final analysis, for virtue-signaling actors like Clooney and Connery and Buscemi and Weaver, oh, they may talk a mean game when it comes to banning guns, but they certainly have no appetite of leading by example when it comes to avoiding roles in movies that feature copious amounts of gunplay. After all, taking that stance would severely curtail their earnings, so the question arises, do these stars really want to see the Second Amendment repealed, or is this merely another role they're playing in their posh Tinseltown land of make-believe? For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, if you like that commentary, why not take the Rebel with you? Please download our app. You can do so at the Google Play Store for Android phones and for the iPhone by going to the Apple App Store.